From the world outside, where ancient mountains hold their pride, three structures built by founders' sons, temple, palace, cathedral ones, engineering, faith, and thunder could have been one of the wonders.
The great curiosity of Estolia, to the modern woman, is how readily the women of the nation settle into the traditional roles and accept their place in the hierarchy of genders. To anyone outside the nation looking in, Estolia seems to be at one with the nations that suppress the rights of women and stifle their role in society. Reality, of course, is much different from the perception of outsiders. Viola Zakarian, Inscrito.
The tower suite was grand. Every detail was of exceptional quality, the likes of which Charlotte had never before experienced. All three girls were energized by this new environment, Camilla more than the others.
Charlotte, your room is up these stairs,
she said, indicating the spiral staircase.
Laura and I will be in these two other rooms.
She pointed to the two doors on either side of the ornate staircase. Charlotte climbed the staircase, but when she saw how grand the upper room was, she stepped back out onto the landing.
Camilla, this is much too grand for me. You or Laura should take this room. Your relatives didn't even expect me to be part of the party until a fortnight ago.
Camilla grinned up at her.
No, my dear Charlotte, the upper room is perfectly suited to you. You simply must accept it.
With a flounce of her skirts, she left the sitting room and closed the door on both Charlotte and the conversation. Charlotte stood alone on the landing. What Camilla wanted, she got. Would she get the balding man? Most likely.
Temple, palace, cathedral ones, engineering, faith, and thunder could have been one of the wonders.
Charlotte felt the heat of a blush on her cheeks, a warmth nearly as potent as Reggie's arm beneath her gloves. Generaldo, the short man who had caught Camilla's eye at the pier, had been introduced only that evening when the three men arrived at their suite, yet he already walked with quiet purpose at Camilla's side, and Laura glowed under the attention Antonio slanted her way. As the three couples moved through the labyrinthine passageways, Charlotte marveled at the extraordinary structure. The tower suite alone, especially the spacious room Camilla had insisted she take, had already struck her as exquisite, and the halls they passed through only deepened the impression. Mosaic tiles of brown, black, gold, and cream caught the light, while paintings, elegant furnishings of the finest craftsmanship, and rich fabrics spoke of understated opulence and undeniable elegance. Having studied the Seven Wonders, it seemed inexplicable that this palace was not listed prominently among them. Charlotte had visited London, Paris, and Barcelona, but nothing she had ever experienced was comparable. This palace dwarfed everything. How could it be that this building was not listed among the seven wonders of the ancient world? They entered the grand dining room, and she found herself seated at the table with the king and queen, the keeper and his Kaylee, and the others she had met earlier that day.
"What do you think about our palace?"
Reggie asked as they finished the first course, a delicate purple-hued soup. Charlotte looked past him to where a vast chandelier hung, its dozens of oil flames catching polished crystal and throwing fractured light across the vaulted ceiling. She turned back to him.
Who would not love such an extraordinary building?
She hesitated, then added,
Why is this palace unknown? It seems even more extraordinary than accounts of the seven wonders of the ancient world.
The king answered,
My dear, we could not handle the influx of those who would come to stare in adulation at our feats of engineering. Rather than face being the center of attention, we chose to keep the existence of our ancient buildings quiet.
She caught his reference to more than one building and asked what he meant.
In antiquity, the son of our founder saw great potential within the two massive mountains, Mount Estoliana and Mount Zacharias. He conceived of three structures. The least of those is the cathedral. and it is a point of debate among Estolians as to whether the temple or the palace is the greater feat of engineering. I, myself, believe that they are equal and as important and as awe-inspiring as the two founders after whom they are named.
Would it be an impertinence to ask to see those other two structures?
She asked.
Indeed, you will get the chance to see both. Our ceremony 4 days hence will be within the cathedral. Following that ceremony, you might be invited to see the temple.
Feats that history never named by the founders or sons once claimed. Hidden from the world outside, where ancient mountains hold their pride.
Charlotte was sitting in front of the mirror in her tower room brushing her hair when the door opened and Camilla slipped inside.
Laura is asleep. May I speak with you?
Charlotte led her to the comfortable chairs near the unlit fireplace. Once seated, Camilla gripped the chair's arms.
What do you think of Generaldo?
Over the last several days, Generaldo, Antonio and Reggie had escorted the 3 young women around the palace region.
Isn't he the king's cousin?
She asked.
Nearly everyone in Estolia is a cousin of one sort or another.
Camilla said.
But what do you think of him?
Charlotte tilted her head, studying Camilla's guarded expression.
Do you mean to ask if I would welcome his attentions?
No!
Camilla said with more force than the quiet room warranted. She paused, and when she spoke again, her voice was calmer.
No, I meant to ask if you thought him ugly.
She glanced toward the door, then back at Charlotte, her fingers laced tight in her lap.
Laura says he's ugly. I do not think he's ugly at all.
Truthfully, because Camilla needed it, she said,
I thought him unattractive when first I saw him.
She held up her hand when Camilla looked stricken.
But Cam, I think he is different now. When he watches you, it is clear he is quite taken with you, and the way he always takes good care of you, treats you special, I think it is fabulous. When his heart is visible, he is very attractive. He loves you, you know.
Camilla's chin trembled.
I did not know it could be like this. He has a birthday the same day as Reggie.
She said it as if Charlotte should already understand the significance.
Everyone seems to mention birthdays as if they are something mystical or magical. Why?
Camilla opened her mouth.
Oh,
She covered her mouth, glancing to either side.
I keep forgetting that you are not Estolian, Charlotte.
She paused, frowning down at her hands. When she looked up again, she was resolute.
I could tell you what is so significant about birthdays, but I believe you should ask Reggie tomorrow, during our ride to see the dawn on Mount Estoliana.
Midnight in the tower high, brushing hair as footsteps sigh. A friend arrives with guarded eyes, birthday sacred, held like sighs. Not Estolia.